Hello everybody, welcome to January 15, 2015. My name is Exceeding Shadow, and today I think I only have one topic. I'm trying to think of another topic for the vlog today. I like to have at least two topics, but I can't think of another one, so I'm not saying that the topic I want to talk about today is bad. I do want to talk about it, but I always like having at least two topics to talk about, but I don't have one. Or, I mean, I have one, but I don't have another one. So, you already know from the title and the thumbnail, of course. Today, we're going to be reviewing Power Rangers RPM. Getting gear. It's not actually in the name. Sometime during last year, I announced that I was going to start watching a couple Power Ranger shows that I have missed out throughout the years. One of them happens to be Power Rangers RPM. I know there's one I'm re-watching for myself, which is Mighty Morphin and Dino Thunder. I know that. There's two shows I'm giving a chance, which is RPM, Samurai, and Operation Overdrive. Just because at that time frame, I feel like I didn't really care about Power Rangers at that point or that part of my life. I think I was kind of graduated college or not college, school, and focusing on work and shit. But all that has been passed aside. Well, work still here, but all that has been passed aside, and it didn't look interesting to me at the time. But now, when I actually watched it, Power Rangers RPM. I actually really liked Power Rangers RPM. I will talk about Samurai and Operation Overdrive at a other time. Haven't actually watched them really. I haven't watched episode 1 or anything. I watched like a random Christmas episode of Samurai or Super Samurai or something, and an episode of Clash of the Red Rangers or something like that with RPM and Super Samurai or something like that. I saw that, so I'll get into those later, okay? Like, way later in vlogs, so don't know how much later, but I'll get to them later. So, Power Rangers RPM, basically, it was the most interesting one of a concept I wanted to watch the most. Because, apparently all, human civilizations are dying out, there's only one city, it's a dome city, and there's these Power Rangers that have to, defend the city against, in my head, I thought, I was like, oh, it's the whole entire, world armada thing, or something that's going after this one city, and it's still alive somehow, so I was like, what? So it sounded interesting to me, and I saw the very first episode of Power Rangers RPM way back in the day, when it was still on, ABC Kids or something on, TV. It was Saturday morning cartoons, by the way, which was weird because I don't remember why I was watching on ABC Kids, which I almost never really do. I only go to watch the older Disney Channel shows like That's So Raven and Corey in the House and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and all that stuff, which I don't know if it's still on Saturdays, but I have to look into that. But sorry, but I was just going to RPM, Power Rangers RPM, and watching it. I don't think there's probably anything good on, Kids WB or Kids WB, I missed that. CW Kids or whatever the fuck it was called. At that point in time. But when I was watching the show, I was like, okay, cool. We're meeting this guy. He's in a car in the desert. No idea why. He's just in the desert. And then later on, they tell you, oh, he's a guy that's actually trying to find this city that we just talked about. And on the way, he found another guy that he thought he was a bad guy, but it's he's just a goofy guy that freaking does nothing and blah, blah, blah. So he takes him with him because he knows where the city is, and the main guy we know so far doesn't. So he's like, okay, cool, let's go to the city and stuff. Which this guy, the main one, he's like a total badass. I'm the cool guy. I don't care about anything. I don't even remember myself, because he doesn't. He has amnesia. And then the goofy one, he's like, yeah, I know everything and stuff. Like, he's that kind of shady kind of guy. Well, he's not really shady. He's just super hyperactive or something. Which these two guys, the main one we're talking about, the cool light guy, his name is Dylan, and the hyperactive, crazy, goofy nut job or whatever is Ziggy. Yeah, I mean, let's see, that's probably like a weird like name for that, like a person or whatever. So they eventually get to the city called Corinth. That's what it's called, Corinth, which it could actually sound like a rock band, but whatever. Corinth. So the dome city of Corinth, which they keep saying that a lot. So especially in the intro of the freaking show, which it got a little catchy near the end of the whole watching it, but it wasn't as great as like Mega Force or Mighty Morphin or anything like that, or Dino Thunder. But after that, like, okay, they're inside somehow, even though like you think it's a dome city. How do they get inside? They find a way somehow inside. I forget. There's like fire or something. I don't remember. And then there's like 3 Power Rangers for some reason. There's a red, blue, and yellow one. So in my memory, oh, that reminds me of Dino Thunder, because they started also with those 3 colors of the Rangers. So I was like, yay. So I was watching it, and they're like, during the part, like, what are Power Rangers? Like to me, it's like, I think that's the first time they have announced, like, what are the Power Rangers? And then Ziggy was like, what? You don't know who the Power Rangers are? It's like, starts explaining them. And I like that, because in every season of Power Rangers, you're supposed to expect already know what Power Rangers are. Like, and like, oh yeah, we know who SPDs are. We know who the Dino Thunders and Samurais and whatever else there is. We know they're Power Rangers. But there's a guy's like, oh, what are Power Rangers? What do they do? Like that, I like that. Which I'm going to tell you one thing. They say a lot of things that makes you actually think in real life they would actually say in real life if they were real. So I'll get into that later. So, they're like, oh, we find out that the red one is named Scott. The blue one's name is... Fuck. And the yellow one is named Summer. Why can't I remember the blue guy's name? He's Scottish, actually. So, I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I mean... He's probably the one actually I connected with the most, but I feel stupid not knowing his name. I don't remember his name. I feel bad right now. I don't remember his name. Okay, so later down the point, okay, they become Power Rangers. Ziggy and Dylan. I'm just going to say that straight up. I actually skipped the episode where Ziggy becomes a green Power Ranger, because he's the Green Ranger. Other than as Ranger Series Green. They say it like that. Or Series Green Ranger. I don't know. No, that's the first one I said. Ranger Series Green. Reason is because, the reason I skipped it is because I was watching the whole entire series with my baby niece Valerie, and she watched one episode ahead of me and made me skip number 7. I wanted to, or skip number 7. I think it was like episode 6 or whatever. I don't know, whatever episode it was. That he became a ranger. Made me skip that episode. I wanted to go back one episode to watch it, but she was crying, so I was like, fine, we'll just keep watching. And I never did go back to that episode. So I will watch the episode probably after this vlog or tomorrow morning, because I know she's going to make me want to watch it again. I was like, Valerie, I'm already done with it. We'll just watch Samurai now or Operation Overdrive. I gotta see which one was interesting to me. But it might be Operation Overdrive, honestly. But I never know. But later down the line, okay. So all these 5 Rangers, there's 5 of them now. There's red, blue, yellow, green, and black, which is actually a very interesting color suggestions for Power Rangers, because I never think I've seen those colors exactly without like pink or white or something like that. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So the Red Ranger, he was a Air Force pilot, and the Yellow Ranger, she is a rich person that, we'll just say what they are. A rich person, that was it. And the Blue Ranger, he was a mechanic. He's a mechanic. The Green Ranger, he's a shady kind of guy that's like, hey, I'm Ziggy, I'm cool, I'm friendly, I'm awesome to hang around with. kind of weird guy, of course. And Dylan is the badass like guy that doesn't know who he is. So, you know, they fight villains and stuff, running all their stuff, you know. I guess the Red Ranger, he's a speed guy, and Blue Ranger, what the fuck are you? I don't remember, dude. It feels like you're the one I don't remember your name, you're the one I don't remember your power-ups, except for Turbo Cannon, because you make it sound cool with your Scottish accent. So, I don't know. Yellow Ranger, she would... What was her power-up? I think she was like the most acrobatic. I don't think that's a power up. I don't think. Green Ranger, he could teleport. Black Ranger has like a shield. So, yeah, like a shield, force field like shield. I don't know, but they're fighting this evil. So that you know, this is the reason why the whole world is all chaotic and not with a million people in the world anymore, because a computer virus infected the planet and made this computer virus called Venjax. It sounds weird when I say it. And basically, later down the line, we find out that this one specific person I haven't said yet, Professor K, or Dr. K, that's it. I was thinking of Professor K from Jet Set Radio. Dr. K, she's like the super smart girl that was in this like lab like place the whole life, even when she was a kid, like 7 years old or something, younger than that. She would have to figure out the hardest equations possible that nobody would figure out once you're like what in college, or you're a super freaking genius or something like that, like Jimmy Neutron. But all that, you know, she makes the Rangers power up. She made the Power Ranger suits and all that stuff. So I know I'm not really explaining all that well because I don't really want to explain as much because it's kind of night. It's kind of late. And, you know, we find out that the Black Ranger, Dylan, Sirius Green, she's Sirius Black, number 5, is the most interesting one of the whole entire show, because apparently he has amnesia, he gets memories, flashbacks of who knows what, he finds out he has a sister and stuff, and weird thing enough, I predicted that his sister was the person they were fighting this whole time, because Venjix, the main guy, he has these, like, you know, minions, kind of like commanders, to attack the Rangers in the city of Corinth. And one of them is a girl called Tanaya 7. Why is her name 7? Is she going to be the 7th Ranger? No. There's actually like... Well, there is 7 Rangers. But no, I mean... I guess she's like the 7th generation robot of her kind or something. But she's not an actual robot because she's a hybrid because of things. Because of things. That's really... That's all I can say, really. So... Yeah. She's a hybrid. Eventually you find out... I think we found out before. Dylan, he's a hybrid too. And Venjix made him into, you know, hybrids with reasons and stuff. So, yeah, that's the thing too. Sorry. Later down the line, we're learning all this stuff. Well, before we find out that Dylan knew who his sister was, we got 2 more Rangers that just happens to be in the wild, which is Gem and Gemma, the Silver and Gold Ranger. Yeah, I think that's the first time ever in any series of Power Rangers that we got a silver and gold at the same time. Plus, I think it's also the first time we got twins. Twins. Brother and sister. Not like identical twins. Like sister, brother, but I mean like, you know, brother, sister twins. So that's very interesting, so. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Long story short, they beat Venjix, everyone's saved, and the city outside is breathable again, and stuff like that, because, well, they were making bad stuff, you know. Of course, but after all that, a lot of episodes were dedicated to backstories, which I liked, because I actually liked how they actually tried to make this series more better than the others, I should say. So we find out, Dylan, he is a person that we don't almost know still much of nothing. That, the sister, cool. Ziggy, he's just weird, kiddish like, so he's Ziggy. Summer, she came from a rich family. She learned that being rich isn't anything or everything. You can't buy everything with money. And she realized, I'm going to help people now because I feel like I should do this and not be worthless or something. Scott, the Red Ranger, his family is all military stuff. And then he would always want to, what's the word? Like, make his dad proud, but it always feels like it never works, but it does anyways. Which, by the way, his dad's actually the colonel of the whole entire city, which is like the president, I guess, but they never actually announced a president. So, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. Anyways, so that was actually probably one flaw in the show. I just never thought who was his president. I was like, I guess the colonel's the president anyways. So, that's the thing. So, why is the Blue Ranger's name the only one I can't remember? I hate not knowing his name. But his story is, he's Scottish, he likes helping people, and he's a mechanic. His whole life he wanted to be a superhero, and now he's a superhero now because he's a Blue Ranger. Which, by the way, a lot of these people in the ending episode, they don't tell us what they're doing. Especially the Blue, Silver, and Gold Ranger. They don't tell you what they're doing anymore after not being Power Rangers, because, well, stuff happened, I'll tell you now, it's a while. But all the other Rangers, they tell you exactly what they're doing. Exactly. So, sorry, losing my voice a little bit. So, basically, I like how a lot of that was backstory and actually tells me about the character. I like that. It's not like, oh, hey, 5 random teenagers just happen to be in a juice bar, and they're with attitude. We're not going to learn anything about them ever. So, one's Asian, but we don't know how she's here in this country or something. I don't know. The other one is black. He just knows dance moves. The other one's red. We all must think he's an Indian, because why not? Because the whole racist thing. The Blue Ranger has to be geeky for no reason. And then the Pink Ranger, she has to be like a cheerleader-like person. But she's not a cheerleader, so we don't know. And then eventually we're just going to get another Ranger or two, and they're just going to be like, yeah, I transferred from, like, another high school. So, yeah, let's just become the Green Ranger now or something. This is why I like this show, because it actually tells you who they were before. I like that. And then Jem and Gemma, they were actually with Dr. K in this place called Alphabet Soup, which is literally what it's called. And it was, the whole lab that makes you learn shit when you're like little kids and shit. But not as much as Jem and Gemma. They weren't in there as long, I think. I mean, I don't know. But Professor Dr. K was in there longer. Like, way longer. So, so, we'll just skip all the episodes ahead because really not much happens that's really plot-worthy other than what I just told you, all that stuff. A lot of things, get crazy. Oh, Dylan's about to become a Vengex guy because he's infected by the virus because he's a hybrid and stuff. Same with, we get Tanaya back and then she loses her memory or whatever. A lot of things happen like that. Oh, Scott gets captured. Oh, Summer gets captured. Oh, the whole city of Corinth all falls asleep except for the girls. It's only guys. Stuff like that. A lot of things like that happens in the show. So filler kind of episodes. Some of them were or weren't. So the next thing, which is basically the end, they actually finally kill Vengex, which I personally think he can't be killed because, well, he is a computer virus. He can download himself or upload himself anywhere in any hard drive or save file or whatever. Near the very end, the last scene in the show, I think they show off something like that. And I was thinking, like, is there a sequel to this? Like, I actually looked it up. There's actually not. There's no movie. There's no anything after the season finale of that. Or the finale of that. So, as I was saying, they actually beat him. They don't lose their powers. They just have to give up their morphers. So, really, I think that's another show I saw the Power Rangers that they actually didn't lose their powers. They just had to turn them back in to where they got them from. That's really it. So, yeah, the Power Rangers did not actually lose their powers this time. So, when I watch Super Samurai, am I going to expect that too? Same with Operation Overdrive. Are they not going to lose their powers? Because, seriously, like every single older show of Power Rangers, they lost their powers, basically. Not all of them, but, a lot of them did. So, yeah. Yeah, seriously, honestly. So, yeah, that's really it. So, as I was saying, I don't know what the blue, the gold, or the silver Ranger is going to be doing now. I guess they're just going to be making stuff, I guess. Because, I mean, they're all good with mechanics and stuff and making shit, so that could be a possibility. And the rest does exactly what I told you. The Green Ranger stays with Dr. K, because they want to start an elementary school to teach younger generations of kids how to do all this stuff if stuff happens. So, intelligence key. Studying is key. Red Ranger going to become an Air Force pilot. Like the head one. Like I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just like the first main squadron. Yeah, that's it. Yellow Ranger. Well, we'll skip her for a second. Oh, no, that's it. So, the Black and Yellow Ranger, we all kind of figured they were going to hook up, because throughout the whole entire show, they're like, is the Yellow Ranger to hook up with the Black or the Red Ranger? She sticks with the Black. Dylan. So, basically, Dylan, his sister Tanaya, which is actually called Alice, which we don't know her name actually, because they never actually figured it out. I was like, oh, we just know she's called Tanaya, so it's called Tanaya. And the Yellow Ranger leaves the city to go discover who knows what out there, to save the world and stuff. So that's cool and all, but I don't know. I like the ending, but not too much, because I feel like the ending battle should have been better. Yeah, the whole thing fell on him, but I feel like all Rangers should have, like, beat him somehow or something. I don't know. Not all the Rangers was there, but I still like the way I guess they finished it. Just not the best way I think they should have done it. But, interesting anyways. A lot of you might be saying, so who's my favorite Ranger? Well, I can't really pick a girl, because if I pick a girl, it's like, oh, I like her because she looks attractive or sexy or something like that. Okay, whatever. And if I had to say it, if it was a girl, it would have to be the Yellow Ranger, because yes, she is the most attractive. She's actually the most coolest person there is, because, well, think about it like this. She's rich, and she realizes being rich is not everything, so she, makes herself like the middleman and becomes something. So I like that. It's actually pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, she is attractive too, by the way. For the guys, there's just like, 4 or 5 guys in the whole team. I like probably Ziggy for his funniness, He's cool. Like, I like him for that, because I feel like I'm like that sometimes. Sometimes I don't really, but I think I like Ziggy the most. But if it really has to come to heart, like dedication, I feel like I'm the Blue Ranger sometimes. I'm sorry, I still don't remember his name. But, because, he wants to help people. That's all he wants to do in life. And sometimes I feel like I want to do that too. But then I'm also kooky and weird and kiddish like that. I don't really know if I can stay like that the whole time. With helping people, because you have to be serious in a lot of points in life. So, I'm kind of a mixture with those two. I'm not really much of a leader. I'm more of a second in command kind of person, I feel like. If not third or whatever. And I'm not really much of a tough kind of guy or mysterious and stuff, but I do like the color black and red the most. So, like I said, I'm more of a mixture of the Blue and Green Ranger. Not really much of the goal, because I am never like, blow everything up, don't think first. No, I'm not like that. No. I think, but not too much. So, like I said, I'm going to make sure of those two. So, y'all probably saying, what's my overall review of Power Rangers RPM? I say, watch it. If you're very interested in Power Rangers, and you're probably sick and tired of, yeah, it's morphin' time, yeah, we did it, did like a million acrobatic flips and stuff, and all we had to do was kill a monster in like 2 minutes, and then he grows into size, and then we kill him again with the like with the robot. Which, by the way, they don't actually always kill the big monster with the robot this time. Sometimes they do, of course, but not all the time. So, pretty interesting too. So, oh, by the way, there was one episode that they're explaining, okay, why would I have to say RPM getting gear just so I can morph? And then she's like, okay, because that's the way it, like, activates the morpher to actually morph or whatever. Some bullshit like that. And then I was like, so why are we wearing spandex? And then, you know, Dr. K freaks out. I was like, that's not spandex. It's like, it's nanotechnology, something like that. And then I was like, other things. I don't remember. Just things that you would question yourself watching any Power Ranger show, but they basically tell you in the show, because if you didn't know, Power Rangers RPM is actually the very last Disney made thing by Disney. Yeah, that's really it. For the Power Rangers. The very last one. I thought it actually was a... No, yeah. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, I didn't know it was the last one, but it was interesting to know. I mean, and sometimes in my head, like, okay, I'm guessing this is why they're explaining all this stuff, because Disney has the rights to do whatever they want with it, so probably they're like, we'll just explain everything in case the fanboys are like, we have to know, stuff like that. So, I like that. So, good job, RPM. You did the one thing a lot of fans and a lot of series never really explained. Is like, what is all this stuff? Why do we need it? Why do we need to say, like, Dino Thunder power up or something? Why do we need to see it's morphin' time? Or we need to say, let's rock it or something? Or RPM getting gear? Or go Mega Force? Why do we need to say that stuff? It's a voice activation of your morpher to morph. So that's cool. Now we know. And other things that the show provides. So, once again, I say you kind of must watch this if you actually really are very interested in Power Rangers. It's actually very good. I like it. Made me laugh. It's actually really good story-driven story. Next to, last time I watched was, I believe, Time Force. In Space, which had really good stories as well myself. And, well, that's kind of really it, in my opinion. So, I don't know, what's your opinions in Power Rangers RPM? If you've seen Power Rangers RPM, or what is your opinions overall on Power Rangers? Do you hate them? Do you love them? Do you like them? Did you like them? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's stupid? What? I mean, I know there's a lot of opinions, so tell me in the comments below. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, link below. And I know it was the only topic of the day that I talked about, because there's nothing else I want to talk about, because, well, I can't think of another topic. I should have left off some of the topics from yesterday's vlog, which is Nintendo Direct. But I had to talk it all out one day, because whatever. This is actually one more thing. After I was looking up if there was another episode somehow on the internet of Power Rangers RPM, you know, explaining that last cutscene in the show, I was like, is there more to this? I looked up Power Rangers RPM on Wikipedia. I want to see what all the actors are now doing. All of them aren't actually doing anything, honestly, except two. I think Ziggy is, like, in some show. I don't know. I was, like, the only one I was, like, not too interested in. But it was interesting to me a little bit, but not too much. But I can't remember, whatever. But I'm a guy. The next one that did have some interest in me is the Yellow Ranger, okay, Summer. And I was just reading, okay, I guess she's done actually more, like, film-like stuff, like on TV and on actual movies. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't know she was in movies like, there's a famous one, like The Ringer or something. I don't know. I don't know, some famous like movies. But when I was reading the last section of the Wikipedia thing, I was looking on Wikipedia of what she's done. The last one, of course, sparked my interest of like, what? No way. She was in a show that's on Showtime, okay? And it's not for kids. It's not even for kids. Like no. The show is called literally Master of Sex. So I looked up the word or the name of the show, and it just told me, yeah, it ran or still running or something on Showtime, blah blah. And then me and my wonderness is what like, it's like, please don't tell me she literally had sex on the show or something. So I didn't have to, but I wanted to look it up. I looked up a real name, which was like Rose Mciver, I don't remember. Sorry, it's some weird last name, honestly. Her real name is Rose. So I looked her name up. I put in the name of the title of the show I just said. And yeah, she was in like season 1, episode 5 of Master of Sex or something on Showtime. And I had to click on Google search. I had to click the video. I had to click the video tab to see if there was actually a video for me. Like, okay, what was it, like very long? Was it like a short second or two? Like what am I seeing here? Or what am I gonna see here? Yeah, she, well, not like actually, had sex or something, but she like, was. But I mean, she actually did up in that porn thing, but I mean, it was a show thing, so yeah, you would actually see her boobs and stuff. So yeah, if you want to, 18, 17 years old, please, okay? If you ever want to look up what I just said, with all means, but you have to be 17 years or older. If there's going to be anybody out there with parents or guardians saying, my kids probably not do this stuff, I'm not telling you they have to. You have to be the age I just said. Parents, what was it called? Parents, what the hell? Oh yes, parental supervision advised, I guess, but that'd be pretty weird too. But still, yeah. Honestly, I was just probably curious. Honestly, like probably any kid out there in the world, or boy, or man, or whatever. So, yeah. Perverted, I know. Yeah. So that's probably really it of Power Rangers RPM. You have to watch it for its actually good storyline of Ranger show, I gotta say. And the one show after that, I think, is Jungle Fury. But I just hate the concept of it. I don't know, it just looks stupid, like super stupid. So I'm not even gonna watch that one. Probably be like the very last ones, it's like Mystic Force and whatever else there is that I just don't want to watch. So the next two, or whichever one of the two I want to watch first, is going to be Operation Overdrive or Samurai / Super Samurai. So, yeah. Once again, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow if there's any new topics. Or I have to probably tell you what I'm going to be watching if it's not Power Rangers. So, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And once again, if you want to look up what I just told you on Google or Yahoo or whatever, please be 17 years old, okay? All I'm going to say. So, thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow.